Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy, and this is the number 6 review of the second group of dry snuffs. All right, so we will be taking a look at a Toque product, as you just saw, and it is of the Toque USA line. All right, now you can tell the USA line, although it doesn't really stand out at all. Above Toque there is the website and it says Toque USA, but the way you tell whether it's a regular Toque product or a Toque USA is that spiral line pattern that in this case is sort of in lime green. All right, regular Toque products, the British Toque products, are always backed in canary yellow. All right, so this will be Toque lime. And if you see what I mean by the spiral lines coming out in the background there, real simple packaging here. All right, this is a 10-gram tin can, if you would. It has a screw-off lid. All right. Which is good. It is a very secured package. And another thing that I've just recently noticed about the Toque, at least in 10 grams, you know what? I'm not even quite sure if they come in a 5. You know what? They do not. Toque does not come. The smallest size that Toque products come in is the 10 gram. The lining inside, there is a liner in the lid. It usually has a bump in it, which is good because taking it off the can, even if the can is completely full, it gives a shallow depression in the product itself, and that way less of a risk of spillage. All right, so I don't know if you're going to be actually able to tell. I was digging around in there a little bit with the snuff spoon, but it is actually shallowed out in the middle, and that is directly due to that plastic tin lid liner there. All right, so as you can see, it is a fairly darker, mid to dark color. It is pretty fine. All right, a little bit clumpy, which tells me the moisture level's pretty good. The smell is lime. It's lime, but you can, and I like this about it. It's backed with tobacco. There's no mistaking it. There is a tobacco scent underlying the lime. The lime sort of, imagine just being sprinkled on top. So the product is fairly dark. It's sort of a darker brownish with sort of a little bit of an orange tinge. All right. So I'm going to take the snuff spoon, and I'm just going to take 2 small bumps, if the snuff spoon will cooperate with me. Now, I'm not going to take the biggest ones here. Not that I ever really take the biggest ones, but partly because Toque has a habit of making me sneeze. So that's all we're looking at. For a beginner, that's all you really want to do. All right, so A little bit of a burn. And a nicotine kick. Whoa. Eyes are watering. Okay, so this product is not on this list. The second group, as I have previously explained, I tried to get products that would be more beginner friendly. The Toque products on this list are not the beginner friendly products. I tried to go beginner friendly or stuff that you may have a chance of actually seeing in a store. Okay? Toque USA, you may have a chance of seeing in a tobacco shop in the United States. Now, the reasoning behind bringing out a second line for the US market, I'm not quite sure. All right, because Toque is the maker of Silver Dollar. So why they decided to bring out a second line for the US market, I'm not quite sure, because they have a pretty bare bones distribution of the Silver Dollar. I mean, they basically have a website. It's sort of like a blog for Silver Dollar and this stuff, where they get people to partake in the comments section and then ask those people to request the products in their local tobacco shop. And that seems to be how they're networking this. Maybe there's more to it that I haven't seen, but that's what I witnessed. And I was like, you're relying on this? Like, what the heck? Anyway, so this isn't something that I would suggest for a beginner. Okay? It burns going up. All right? It makes the eyes water. If you do it too much or take it too far, you're going to start sneezing. Now, Cryptinox, I believe, asked me in one of the beginners playlist videos about doing this stuff without sneezing. Now, I'm not going to do a beginner's video for it because I feel like it would just complicate the issue for beginners, since this is primarily a dip and chew channel. So, sneezing, okay, basically if you're starting out with a dry snuff product, and let's say something like this, it's not too dusty, but it's not fluffy either. It's not like the German products. The German products, the fluffiness of that is what a beginner really should go towards. Even if you don't like the menthylation, that's going to be the easiest for you. Trying to get around sneezing? Okay. Whatever you think you should take a little less. 1. 2, however deeply you think or hard you need to inhale, don't do it that hard. Go less. Whatever you're thinking when starting out with this stuff, take it down a couple notches. All right? If you think, oh, this is how much I should do, cut that one bump in half and make it both bump. You see what I'm saying? I see all kinds of goofy stuff with people. There are Americans that think literally that this is like the funniest thing. Let's knock out a couple Scarface-sized lines and see if we can, take a cerebral hemorrhage from snorting the whole thing in one shot. And I'm like, dude, what? What? What are you doing? Whatever you think you can start with less. However hard you think you should inhale, don't inhale that hard. All right? Whatever you think makes sense, bring it down a little bit. And you should be okay. Something like this for the beginner, you're going to sneeze no matter what. It's just part of the process. All right? And that's why I keep saying the German products. Okay, so that's the beginning. I did see your question about that. Okay, that's my 2 cents on it. This product, it's all right. There is a definite lime smell off the can. It is a little bit different at first. It's sort of reminiscent of an SP with a bergamot, but at the same time, it's obviously lime. So it's sort of familiar and sort of something new at the same time. Is this my favorite? Or in my favorites? No, I really, to tell you the truth, I have not run across a Toque product yet that I have been like, ooh. There are 2 more in this line, in the second group. There is a wild berry that's about 4 down the line. And after the next product, there will be a British Toque, Quit. The one reason that's been included with the series was because it was something standout nicotine-wise. It's got a high nicotine count. So this, it's all right, but I don't think it's for beginners. But if there is a chance of finding something in the United States that a store carried, like a tobacco shop carried, you're not going to walk into any gas station or convenience store and find this, I don't think. All right? But there is a slight chance the USA line could be found. All right? This, again, nicotine is definitely there. I felt it right after the burn. It does burn a little bit. If you took it too far, I could see it causing discomfort on the back of your throat, or at very least a drip. But the nicotine is there. It's not unpleasant. It's just not really. The only thing that's really stand out about it is that it's sort of reminiscent of an SP with a bergamot, but at the same time it's different because it's obviously lime. There's citrus used, but the citrus is tweaked a little bit. All right? So, you know, one of these cans, and I got it shipped from England, so I think the can cost me like around $3. And 10 grams of this stuff for somebody that doesn't, you know, not many people are using this stuff all day, every day. Okay? This, even if I only had this for my couple times in the evening use, 10 grams is going to last quite a while. All right? As you saw, you don't use a lot of it. You know, I mean, you use small amounts. Now, for these reviews, I am knocking out bumps on my hand. Normally, with a container like this, with a wide opening, I would probably usually pinch. But, so this has been the review of Toque USA Lime. Lime is obvious and it's somewhat familiar due to it being very close to an SP. It's dark. It has a good moisture level. It looks nice. The actual stuff to the eye, it looks nice. Smells as expected. It is nice having a clear tobacco presence in the scent. But, you know, I'm not completely sold on the whole lime, and it is a little bit, I would say it's medium level for taking. Okay? I am the Suit&Tie Dip&Chew Guy. I hope everyone is well. Do take care of yourselves, and as always, God bless.